Welcome to Thoroughbred Action from Gulfstream Park. I'm your host, Ron Nicoletti. It is Friday. We have 10 races we want to show you. An exciting day here, beautiful weather. Let's get right to those track and weather conditions. The main track fast, the turf course firm. The first race is a claiming race, 6 furlongs for 3-year-olds and up, which have never won 2 races. Scratch number 6, Morichow.
They're off. From the outside, Lock and Roll and Lakota Warrior begin nicely. Boyfriend's Back comes away in the top flight, and here's Battle Tested moving up. Loudon's Gray is second last, and the trailer is Curlin's Gem. Down the backstretch they go. Lakota Warrior and Eddie Castro have worked clear to lead it by a length and a quarter. Lock and Roll on hold, while second toward the outside and racing in third is Boyfriend's Back. Getting the shuffle, Battle Tested is now racing in fourth, and the two stragglers at the back are the two favorites, Curlin's Gem and Loudon's Gray. Past the half-mile pole, they won an opening quarter in 22 and 2, and they swing into the far turn. Lakota Warrior leads it a half a length. Lock and Roll is second, Boyfriend's Back is third. Battle Tested is still fourth, and there's not much change in the plot. The two back markers are the two favorites, and they've yet to move. Loudon's Gray and Curlin's Gem, and they run to the top of the stretch. Here's Boyfriend's Back bidding up on the outside of Lakota Warrior. Loudon's Gray tipping off the fence for Rios and trying to rally widest of all with 3/16 left to go. On top, Boyfriend's Back trying to spring the upset. Loudon's Gray has a furlong to get by, but he's shifting ground, doing himself no favors, and Boyfriend's Back now has a 4-length lead. Loudon's Gray's into second, but the upset's on. Boyfriend's Back in front by 3.5. Loudon's Gray second. Very close for third between Lakota Warrior and Lock and Roll.
Number 7, Boyfriend's Back springs the upset in the opener, pays $30.20 to win. Owned by Maurice Miller LLC, trained by Mickey Kroger, and ridden to victory today by Emiciel Jaramillo. The second race this afternoon, 7.5 furlongs on the turf. Claimers, fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and up, which have never won 2 races. Late scratch, number 7, Boston Garden. The off-time favorite, number 2, Red Water.
They're off. Storm Sense was away very well and establishes the lead. From the outside, Rose Festival comes away racing in second. She's So Groovy is away in the top flight. She's third. Followed by Regal Suave, then Redwater and Princess Romana, and Buff Jet is last of all as they head into the first turn run. On top, the leader here is the Presque Isle Invaders, Storm Sense, by almost 3 now, with Rose Festival and She's So Groovy second and third. It's a stretch of 2 to Regal Suave, who's to the outside of the racetime favorite Redwater, followed by Princess Romana second last and 8 or 9 off the lead, and 2 more to the trailer, Buff Jet. They won a quarter in 23 and 3. Down the backstretch they go. Storm Sense has the lead. The margin is still 4-5. Rose Festival second. She's So Groovy now third. Racing fourth is Regal Suave. Hand is forced here on Redwater, as moving up on the outside was Princess Romana. So Boca Chica had to move to keep his spot. And Buff Jet is still trailing, but closer now, only about 7 lengths off the lead. They went 48-1 for the opening half mile. They leave the backstretch and move on to the far turn. It's Storm Sense yet to face a threat. Leads it by 3. Rose Festival is asked to quicken second, Princess Romana third. Redwater's under a whip ride while fourth and not responding. Then to the outside and Regal Suave. Buff Jet has to pick a path. They all better hurry because Storm Sense is getting away. Storm Sense off the top of the turn with a 6-length lead now. Everybody's in with a shot for second, but nobody will catch Storm Sense. Storm Sense and Jonathan Gonzalez in a tour de force in their South Florida debut. They've won off by 7 or 8, and they're never an anxious moment. Going to be close then for second. Second will go to very close, too close, in fact, between Redwater and Buff Jet. Then She's So Groovy and 130 and 4.
Number 3, Storm Sense takes them wide to wide, leads every step of the way, owned by K&V Jaraman, and ridden today by Jonathan Gonzalez, the trainer, Juan Arias. We'll take a short break and be back for race number 3 in just a moment.
Shaman goes down the outside. Shaman goes chasing Danish Dynaformer. Danish Dynaformer. Shaman Ghost. And Shaman Ghost takes the Queen's Plate a length. And taking the 156th running of the Queen's Plate is Shaman Ghost, beautifully bred by Ghost Zapper.
Classic bloodlines, classic sire, Ghost Zapper, standing at Adena Springs.
Welcome back. third race, 6 furlongs. These are claimers, fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and up, which have never won 2 races. 6 runners in the field with no scratches or jockey changes to report.
They're up. From the outside, Samus begins the best. From between them, Nocturnal Q. Then it's down to the rail. Full Moon's Mass moving up. And from between horses, Media Rules. 4 of the 6 want part of the pace. It's a stretch of another 3 lengths back toward the inside to Brave Ellen and outpaced early Front Cover Dream. Down the backstretch they go. Full Moon's Mass had to work, but now has the lead by almost a length. Samus is second with Media Rules between horses. Nocturnal Q racing in fourth now, behind a sharp quarter of 22 and 2. It's a stretch of another 4 lengths to Front Cover Dream and Brave Ellen. Around the far turn, 3/8 of a mile away. Full Moon's Mass trying to string him out now. Leads it by 1.5 lengths. Samus is second. Nocturnal Q working into the clear to move up. Media Rules toward the inside. Gap of 5 to Front Cover Dream, then Brave Ellen with 1/4 mile left to go. Nocturnal Q is coming after Full Moon's Mass after a 46 1/2 mile. From the back in Front Cover Dream, 3/16 to go. Full Moon's Mass shaken up, trying to hold firm. Nocturnal Q continues to run at the leader at the 8th pole second, and Front Cover Dream is now third. Through the final furlong, Nocturnal Q getting to Full Moon's Mass. Nocturnal Q has the lead. Full Moon's Mass is second. On the outside in Front Cover Dream, she'll get second. Nocturnal Q, the winner. Up second, Front Cover Dream. Full Moon's Mass fades to be third in front of Samus fourth.
Number 3, Nocturnal Q closes to win it. Pays $16.20. Owned by Robin Team Show Racing Corporation. Trained by Antonio Sano and ridden to victory today by Diego Gomez. On the turf for race number 4, it's a 5 furlong sprint. These are maiden claimers, 3-year-olds and upward. 2 scratches in the race. Number 8, Wise Patriot, and the main track only participant. Number 9, Spark the Shark.
They're up. From the center, Starship Thor begins nicely. Here's Federal Reserve moving it up from down toward the inside. These two are quickest. They're 1.5 lengths in front of an outside running Chia Ghost. Then from between horses goes Fine Cat with Lauren DeSanimo next. It's a stretch of 4 to Wacky Cowboy, and the favorite Spanish Armada last of all, and better than 8 lengths off the lead as they move to the far turn. It's Federal Reserve and Vicente Gudel by a head. Starship Thor alongside second. Chia Ghost is now third. Stretch of 3. Fine Cat is fourth, getting around Lauren DeSanimo. Then it's a stretch of 2 to Wacky Cowboy, and still trailing the field is Spanish Armada, and they went 21 and 2 for the opening quarter speed. They're at the top of the stretch. Federal Reserve toward the inside. Starship Thor toward the outside. They arrive in lockstep at the furlong grounds. 4 better than Fine Cat, then to the outside Chia Ghost. Through the final furlong, Starship Thor surging to the lead now. Back to second is Federal Reserve. Fine Cat's up to third. Starship Thor is in front. Second is Federal Reserve. Third is Fine Cat, then Spanish Armada and Wacky Cowboy.
The favorite, number 4, Starship Thor, closes to win it for Starship Stables, trained by Steve Dwoskin and ridden to victory today by Edgar Zayas. Race 5, 1 mile and 70 yards. It's an allowance optional claimer for 3-year-olds and upward. The claiming price, $62,500. 6 runners in the field. The off-time favorite, number 1, Rich Daddy.
They're up. From the center, Storminenti begins nicely. Toward the inside, I'm Stepping It Up is showing speed. Percussion comes away in the top flight, and Bluegrass Singer is fourth. Racing in fifth early is Rich Daddy, and the trailer is the gray My Running Mate, spotted about 5 lengths off the lead. They run into the first turn, and Percussion is the speed of the speed around the first turn run. Leads it now by 2. I'm Stepping It Up is second now with Bluegrass Singer third. Storminenti is racing in fourth, about 2.5 lengths off the lead, and 4 better than Rich Daddy, who's 2.5 in front of My Running Mate. They went 22 and 2 for a sharp opening quarter speed. Percussion has the lead by a neck. Turning up the pressure as I'm Stepping It Up, while second toward the outside Bluegrass Singer is a 3 wide third. Storminenti and Zayas ride the rail while fourth, 2.5 off the lead, and 5 better than Rich Daddy. It's another 5 to ride My Running Mate. Past the half mile they go. They drilled a half and 45 and 4. And on top, Percussion about to be engaged by Bluegrass Singer. These two have put away I'm Stepping It Up. Storminenti needs to rally. So does the favorite, Rich Daddy, second last. And the trailer is still My Running Mate. Less than 3 furlongs to run now. Percussion on the inside. Bluegrass Singer on the outside. Now here's the stretch danger from Rich Daddy. He's into third, rallying at the quarter-mile pole. Then back fourth as I'm stepping it up and storming into 3/4. 1:10 and 3. They're at the top of the stretch. Bluegrass Singer on the outside of Percussion. Are they both sitting ducks for Rich Daddy? Certainly appears so at the 8th pole. Here's Rich Daddy on the outside. Rich Daddy set off the early skirmish and kicks away. Percussion trying to hold on to second with Bluegrass Singer third, but Rich Daddy blows him away. Rich Daddy wrapped up by Jaramillo in the end and 5 in front. Bluegrass Singer second, Percussion third, then I'm stepping it up.
Number 1, Rich Daddy sits behind the speed and closes strongly to win it for Winds of Change Racing Stable Corporation, trained by Jose Garofalo, and gives jockey Esmael Jaramillo 2 wins on today's card. We'll take a short break and be back for race number 6 in just a couple of moments.
There's a new day dawning in Florida. Never before has a Breeders' Cup Classic winner retired to stud in the Sunshine State. Until now. Adena Springs presents 3-time Grade 1 winner and earner of over $4 million, Fort Larned. New to Adena Springs South.
Welcome back. The 6th race, 7.5 furlongs on the turf. These are made in claiming 2-year-olds, and the claiming price is $16,000.
They're up. In the center, Cataclysmic wins the break. From the outside, Wanna Follow Me is away with speed. Dramadan comes away racing in third. Then it's Solon and Donation, followed between horses by Dreamin' of the Wild. The 2 out the back are Black Shrek and Templar Warrior as they head into that first turn run. It's Cataclysmic who secured the lead 3 parts of a length. Pushed along by Wanna Follow Me, who races in second, from Dramadan third. Solon on the outside, fourth in front of Donation and fifth now. It's a stretch of 3 lengths back to the outside. Dreamin' of the Wild, then Templar Warrior, and Black Shrek. They bend into the backstretch. They went 23 and 4 for the opening quarter speed. Cataclysmic and Rafael Hernandez dictate the terms a half a length in front. Wanna Follow Me is second. Dramadan is third. Solon is perched well fourth at the half-mile mark. 2 better than Donation, who's chirped along to get closer fifth. Templar Warrior is ridden hard to try to get closer. To the outside of him is Dreamin' of the Wild, and trailing is Black Shrek. They move into the far turn. They went 49 and 1 for the opening half-mile speed. And here's Wanna Follow Me bidding up to take the lead. Donation is 3 wide. From the inside, Cataclysmic tries to fight back. Then Solon fourth. He'll need to do better from there. Templar Warrior and Dreamin' of the Wild try to kickstart a run from the back, and they run to the top of the stretch. Wanna Follow Me drifts out wide off the corner. Now here comes the run from Donation. Solon has absolutely no place to go. Inside the final furlong, and Donation now sweeps to the lead. Cataclysmic tries to fight on, but he's only second best. Back third is Solon, then Templar Warrior. Donation going away. Donation wrapped up at the end and 3.5 in front. Second is Cataclysmic. Solon is third. Templar Warrior finished fourth.
Number 1, Donation really likes the turf and proves to be much the best. Owned by Aaron Rivera, trained by Antonio Chiaffi. Eddie Castro in the saddle, pays $6.80 to win. Race number 7, 7 furlongs. These are maiden claimers, 3-year-olds and upwards. 7 runners in the field. The big favorite, number 5, Danamino.
They're off. From the far outside, Crazy Frank C gets the first call toward the rail. Here's Starship Apache and JB Quick from the rail away in the top flight. Attilia splits horses now to take third, a stretch of 3 to Data Mano, who moves up between horses. Primetime Tommy out wide, and the early trailer is World Leader. They run out of the 7 furlong chute, chasing the speed of Starship Apache and JB Quick. They're in lockstep. They're 2 better than Attilius, who's now third. Crazy Frank C is asked to quicken up a bit already, with Primetime Tommy on his outside. Also chirped along the inside is Data Mano. He's drawing closer, within 3 lengths of the lead. The one lagging behind is World Leader. He's last of all, and he's about 9 lengths off the lead. The other 6 are tightly knit within 2 lengths of each other, and Attilius just made a middle move to take the lead for Miguel Vasquez. JB Quick tries to fight on, and he does just that. Starship Apache is now relegated to third with Crazy Frank C and Primetime Tommy covering ground. Data Mano is held up in traffic while trying to rally, and World Leader is still last. There's a quarter of a mile left to go. Data Mano did not get through, and JB Quick and Attilius continue to tussle. Off the top of the turn, Attilius off the long layoff has the lead. JB Quick battles on from second down the outside, trying to work out a trip as Data Mano still no place to go. Crazy Frank C and Starship Apache. Primetime Tommy winds it up from the far outside. They're starting to converge on Attilius, but he's still there. World Leader's made up a ton of ground. He's flying up the rail. Attilius, Data Mano on the outside. Give it to Data Mano. Despite trouble, he got up to win it in 126 flat.
What a finish by number 5. Data Mano comes flying late, actually wins it by a half length. Trainer Todd Fletcher, owned by Sumaya U.S. Stables, and that gives jockey Eddie Castro his second win on the card. Horse pays $4.60 to win. The 8th race, a maiden claiming event, 1 mile and 1/16 on the turf for fillies, 2-year-olds. The claiming price, $35,000.
They're up. From the center, that's Going Bold, who commences the best. Sweet Summer Star on her outside. Hanuma's showing speed. So is Fist Bump, and along the inside, Panetta. Then back to the rail, it's Be Sure Lisa, who drops over with Bold Char on the outside. And it's 5 to the trailer, the stretch runner, Megatoni. They pass under the wire for the first time, and Fist Bump has a narrow lead. Hanuma is second. Panetta toward the inside third, then Sweet Summer Star and Bold Char. Bold Char will be 4 wide to the first turn, followed by Going Bold, who's between horses. Second last on the outside, Be Sure Lisa, and the trailer is still Megatoni. They're 3x3 as they hit the first turn run. The first 3 are Hanuma between horses, Fist Bump along the inside, and Bold Char 3 wide. Panetta drafting in behind the speed to lead up to second flight with Going Bold between horses. Then Sweet Summer Star and Be Sure Lisa, and 5 to Megatoni, still unhurried at the back. They went 24-2 for the opening quarter time. Down the backstretch they go. Half mile, 50-1. Fist Bump the leader. Bold Char on the outside, second at the half mile pole. Sweet Summer Star 3 wide. Panetta continues to just take it all in. Then it's Hanuma. Moving up on the outside, Be Sure Lisa. Going wild on the inside. And the trailer is still Megatoni. They leave the backstretch and move on to the far turn. Fist Bump has survived every jump, still leads. Bold Char is second. Here's Be Sure Lisa and Miguel Vasquez bidding up on the outside. Trying to get moving is Panetta and Sweet Summer Star, then Going Bold and Megatoni from last with a quarter of a mile left to go. 3/4, 1:14-3, and up on the outside, Be Sure Lisa just took the lead. Be Sure Lisa straightens for the drive on top by 2. Fist Bump second. Bold Char third. Going Bold up the inside, down the center, and Megatoni through the final furlong. Be Sure Lisa still 3 in front. Fist Bump second. To the outside, Megatoni, then Going Bold. The upset is on. Be Sure Lisa, the winner. Close then for second. Maybe Fist Bump over Megatoni. Fourth is also close between Going Bold and Bold Char. Time for the race was 1:45-3.
Number 5, Be Sure Lisa, springs the upset and plays $41.80 to win. Owned by Thoroughbred Champions Training Seller LLC, trained by Jaime Mejia and ridden to victory today by Miguel Vasquez. We'll take a short break and we'll be back for the late Daily Double. Welcome back for race number 9. It's a 6-furlong allowance optional claimer for 3-year-olds and upward. The claiming price $16,000. Jockey change on the 6. Make the rider Antonio Gallardo and scratch number 8. Niche.
They're up. From the outside, Color Me Pom Pom wins the start. Of course, moves up with Son of a Derby winner between horses. Here's Shaft of Light moving up the challenge, and the Toronto Invaders Shaft of Light puts ahead in front. Of course, is right alongside in second with Perch 3 wide, Color Me Pom Pom. It's a stretch of 2 to Comfort, Native Gold, and Son of a Derby winner, and 5 to the trailer, Discipline. They move down the backstretch. Shaft of Light leads at the half-mile pole after an opening quarter in 22 and 3. Of course, is second, Color Me Pom Pom, 3 wide third. Comfort splits horses to move up to be fourth in front of Native Gold and Son of a Derby winner, and Discipline is still last, better than 9 lengths off the lead as they run around the far turn. Shaft of Light confronted now by Color Me Pom Pom, who's up on the outside to take the lead. Of course, fights back, and Comfort will have every opportunity, tipping into the clear. Native Gold is sent 5 wide. They're at the top of the stretch. Wide open, Color Me Pom Pom still has the lead. Shaft of Light digs back in along the inside, and Comfort's in the clear and coming home. Here's Comfort at the 8th pole to take the lead. Far outside, Discipline's rolling late. Son of a Derby winner shakes loose, but they're all racing to catch Comfort, and Comfort is a winner. Comfort well prepared by Todd Pletcher, 3 lengths in front. Shaft of Light second, Son of a Derby winner third, close fourth, maybe Native Gold, and 111 flat.
Number 5, Comfort. Really nice performance off the layoff. That gives trainer Todd Pletcher his second win on the card, along with jockey Edgar Zayas, owned by Eclipse Thoroughbred Partners. The 10th and final race, 1 mile and 1/16 on the turf. These are claimers, 3-year-olds and upward. Couple of scratches in the race. Number 2, So Cozy. Number 10, Palatine Hill.
And runners away. Toward the inside for all the marbles, and Hudson Miracle show first from the top shelf. Sneaky Kitten is moving up. Also away in the top flight is Cat and Fiddle and Sarava Star. Stretch of 3 to Giant Cat and Houndgun, and Mutasadir settles into stride at the back of the pack. They pass under the finish line for the first time, with For All the Marbles and Eddie Castro dictating the terms. They lead it by a length and a quarter. Racing up on the outside, that's Sneaky Kitten in second, and Cat and Fiddle much closer today, racing third, only 2 lengths off the lead. Followed by Hudson Miracle, then the Gray Sarava Star. Houndgun saves ground in front of Giant Cat, and on hold at the back, the trailer Mutasadir. They went 23 and 2 for the opening quarter speed, and they bend into the backstretch. For All the Marbles, by a length and a quarter. Sneaky Kitten second, Cat and Fiddle third. Hudson Miracle poised 3 wide, while fourth, 2 better than Houndgun, then Giant Cat, Sarava Star, and tacking on Mutasadir. This will turn into a half-mile dash for the money. After a 48 and 4 half-mile, they're separated by 5 lengths. It's For All the Marbles who continues to lead it. Up on the outside, Hudson Miracle is now second. Sneaky Kitten is third. Giant Cat has made it up to be fourth in front of Cat and Fiddle, then Houndgun and Mutasadir, and now the trailer is Sarava Star. They run around the far turn. Now the pace quickens. For All the Marbles, tackled by the outside running Hudson Miracle, and Hudson Miracle just bit up to take the lead. Stretch of 4 to Giant Cat, who's now third. We're winding it up as Mutasadir, then Houndgun, and on the inside, Cat and Fiddle. Top of the lane, Hudson Miracle, and For All the Marbles. They've opened 6 on the rest of the field, led by Cat and Fiddle, who's up the inside, and Mutasadir on the outside. Hudson Miracle roused to a short lead, but For All the Marbles fights back. These two, 16th pole. For All the Marbles on the inside. For All the Marbles is gamest of all. Hudson Miracle second, Houndgun third, then Cat and Fiddle, and Mutasadir.
Number 1, For All the Marbles, wins a close photo and survives a claim of foul and gives jockey Eddie Castro his 3rd win on the card. Owned by 4 Charms Group Incorporated and trained by Dave Casson. In the pick 5 today, 5 of 5 paid $1,318.50. 4 of 5, $13.10. In the Rainbow 6 of 6, $3,662.14. We'll have a carryover going into Saturday of $10,266.51. They nailed the super high 5 of 5, $740.85. And that wraps up Friday's card. On Saturday here at Gulfstream Park West, the Fall Turf Festival, we're going to have 10 exciting races, and our first race post is 12:35 p.m. You got to be here.